Hello, and welcome to the Creative Mindset Podcast. My name is Isolde Trachtenberg, and I am super thrilled that you are here. Actually, it's funny because the podcast is going to be undergoing some changes soon. It probably will be renaming itself, or I'll be renaming it. It might become the Corporate Creative, or it might become Sustainable Innovation, or it might become the Sustaining Innovation Podcast, which now that I say it sounds like the best choice. It's because I want to focus this show more and more on helping creatives succeed in the business world, but also helping business leaders work with creatives. We tend to think differently, and some of us tend to think we are not creative. So I wanted to make sure that we have a platform to discuss what it means to be a creative in the corporate world, and also what it means for business leaders to work with creatives in a way that is sustainable, both on an environmental level, but also on a business growth level. We want to do things that will succeed in process, progress, but never perfection, right? Attaining perfection isn't the goal here. The goal is to imagine what if. And that is what the subject of today's show is all about. I know it's a short, and I hope I don't go too long, but I think it's important to address that issue that we all need to take time out of every day, even if it's for just a little while, to imagine what if. So that's what I want to talk to you about. It's about taking time to do something creative every day. If you take the time to open that part of your mind, you actually are also opening up that part of your brain. And it's such an incredible service you're doing to the way you think and the way you behave and the way you feel. I said something in my 3-Thing Thursday email about the fact that the process of creative collaboration is inherently a generous one. You can't, if you're being creative, you can't be greedy. Let's put it that way. So, the more time we take to be creative, to be in that moment of inspiration and acting on that inspiration, which is what creativity is, the more we serve ourselves and others, and the more we extend kindness and generosity into the world. So, the question then becomes, how do we do that? Well, you do it however you are inspired to do it. I know it probably sounds ridiculous to say that to you, but that's really what it is. However you are inspired to create is the way you ought to be doing it. Some of us are doodlers, right? If we're sitting in a meeting, we might have a piece of paper that we're supposed to be taking notes on, but instead we're doodling little pictures. Some of us are hummers. We hum in the shower or sing in the car along with the music. Some of us might even play instruments. Some of us might like to go dancing at clubs. Whatever it is, take whatever you like already and transform it into your daily creativity practice. Really, it's creative practice. It's kind of like a meditation practice or brushing your teeth. If it can become something that is part of your routine every day, as if you are just doing it like you would brush your teeth or put your socks on or whatever, that, oh, the next 5 minutes I'm going to put on a song and I'm going to dance, I'm going to move my body. Or the next 5 minutes I'm going to draw, I'm going to write a haiku. You know, it's 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables. Ta-da! It doesn't take much to write a haiku, really. You might write a haiku, you might write a short story, whatever it is. Do something for 5 minutes a day. Take time out of your lunch. If you have a half hour for lunch, take 25 minutes for lunch and then do something creative the rest of the time. Something that engages that part of your brain, and I guarantee it will change your outlook for the next good few hours. So if you can, take time out to do that. You'll forge new neural pathways. I mean, they used to think that the brain wasn't elastic, but actually it's incredibly elastic and incredibly adaptive and agile and innovative if we give it the opportunity to be that way. So, and I know I use the word so a lot, but it's something I'm working on, I promise. Anyway, if you take the time to do it, you will get so much out of it. And there's the word so again. You'll get a ton out of it because it will change how you view things, how you think, how you approach things, how you look at things, how you analyze them, what inspirations you have. So many things will change with just that 5 minutes of creativity. And I know we're all busy. I get it. We're living in a challenging time and we all have so much to do. But if you can take even 5 minutes, it will change everything. And in fact, it's kind of like my yoga practice. I have a deal with myself. I've been doing yoga for 25 years, and I deal with myself every day. I'm required to step on the mat. That is the bare minimum of what I'm required to do for my yoga practice. Step on the mat. Now, if I choose, I can step right back off the mat and consider myself having done yoga. Like if things are going crazy and if I have a lot of things to do and if I'm under deadline, whatever, if all of that is going on, it doesn't matter. What matters is that I step on the mat. And if I step on the mat, as I said, I can step off. But in 25 years, I have never once just stepped on and stepped off. As soon as I make the commitment to myself, because I don't do yoga for anybody else, and you don't necessarily have to create for anybody else. You create for yourself. This is something that you are doing for yourself to improve your mind, your brain, your heart, your intuition, your ability to think critically and creatively and be inspired and be innovative. These are all the benefits of doing something small, creative, every day. So just like with my yoga practice, you might just take out a pen and a piece of paper and just do a little something. Or you might decide, you know what, I'm going to take the full 5 minutes and I'm going to do a drawing, or I'm going to write a poem. And you don't have to share it with anybody if you don't want to, although I'm always up for you sharing your stuff with me because I love to see people's creativity. But you may decide that that's all you're ready to do. Great. And then at your 5 minutes, you can keep going if you want to and if you have time. But if not, consider yourself having done your creative practice for the day. It's a beautiful way and a wonderful way and an effective way to open up those parts of your brain that don't always get to see the light of day. All right, tomorrow we are going to do the last of these 4 sessions about how to bring more innovation into your life. And tomorrow we're going to talk about asking what if, what that means, and how to do it. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, I'd love to hear from you about it. Leave a review wherever you listen or comment and let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear all about it. Until next time, this is Isolde Trachtenberg, and I invite you to create your life.